What's up guys, you're watching India Today Tech. I'm Rahul Sethi, and in this video I'm going to tell you about the gaming laptop we have been testing since a while now. It's the MSI GF63 and you get it for around 90,000 rupees on Amazon. It packs high-end specs like the latest Core i7 chipset and a great graphics card from NVIDIA. But let's take a look at all other factors and we'll find out how's the gaming on this device. So the MSI GF63 8RD is quite a lightweight laptop. It weighs under 2 kgs and it's also quite thin. Gaming laptops are not this thin and not this light, so I can carry it around easily and I can use it like a normal laptop as well. So that is a plus point. As for the ports, you will see there are all the regular ports available. There is a headphone jack, a microphone port, USB 3.0 ports, two of them, one is on the left side, and there's also a LAN port, a USB Type-C port, though it's not for charging, it's only for data transfer. For charging there is a separate port and you get a big heavy adapter with the laptop to charge it. So in that way it's not very advanced. There's also a charging notification light and it's very faint, so this is something that MSI should have improved. The HDMI port is placed on the back beside the cooling vent. There's one on the back and one on the left side, but we'll talk about cooling in detail later. At the back you'll see the panel is screwed to the laptop. It's not user removable, so you cannot add hard disk or RAM to it, and there are vents at the back for natural cooling. Of course it's not a forced one, and you can see the heat pipes visible through the vents. The display is not attached to the body using just 2 hinges. There is a link rod connecting them, which is quite nice, and the tilt is also quite good. It's more than 90 degrees and was sufficient for my use during travel, and even tight spaces it came out to be pretty useful. But if you talk about the build quality of the laptop, it's not very impressive. Though it's lightweight and thin, it's not made solid. You'll see it's made out of plastic fully, and there is flexes all over the body, and even the lid has a lot of flex, so it doesn't give a very good overall impression about the build quality. It's not as good as what you would expect at 90,000 rupees. Now let's power the laptop and let's see the boot time. So the laptop takes very little time to boot up. The laptop boots up within 12 seconds, and if you will see the specs, the laptop is made to be that fast. But anyways, we'll come to it in a while. So this is the home screen of the laptop and it runs the Windows 10, and let's take a look at the exact version. It runs the Windows 10 Home, and it doesn't come with any preloaded application except for one, that is the MSI Dragon Center, which allows you to monitor all the values of CPU, GPU, memory and disk, and it also allows you to control the speed of the fan apart from some other things. Now let us talk about the keyboard and touchpad and complete the design part of the laptop. The touchpad on the MSI GF63 is quite smooth and nice, but it's not very big. But obviously you won't use it for gaming, so it's not that of a big drawback. But the keyboard for sure is not that great. It is backlit, and that is something you would expect of a gaming laptop, but the key travel is not that good. In fact, it is not as good as a usual laptop. It's very small and you don't really get that good haptic feedback while using it for typing or for gaming. Anyways, let's talk about the display. It has a full HD panel and offers great color reproduction, but there are two major drawbacks to it. The brightness levels you'll find indoors are quite nice, but not really good for outdoor viewing. In outdoor ambient light, you'll see it doesn't really perform well. And secondly, the viewing angles are also not that great. You cannot view the screen from an angle, and it's only if you're in the dead center you'll be able to properly view the display. But having said that, while gaming, we didn't find the display to be very bad. Like shadow areas were clearly visible, and the brightness and the contrast of the screen came out to be very well. Because most of the time we spent gaming were indoors, brightness was not really a problem. And now that we are at gaming, let's talk about the performance of the MSI GF63. The laptop has great specs. It packs an 8th generation Core i7 chipset with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of SSD storage, which is optimized for Windows, which also explains the low startup time. Also, there's a 1 TB hard disk on board for all other files. The laptop gets its graphic prowess from the GTX 1050 Ti. It's the latest graphics card from NVIDIA and has a Pascal architecture and 4 GB of RAM, and it's quite a powerful chip. It reflected during the gaming as it was very smooth. even high-end games run pretty well on the device. The laptop is easily able to take the load even if you're playing the game in full graphic rendering, and it really delivers a desktop class performance. The laptop has dual speakers placed at the bottom, and it's only while you keep it on the desk that you get loud and clear sound. Though it's not very loud, it does the job. For indoor use, we found it okay. So the GF63 has powerful specs, and that reflects in the gaming performance. But there are two things to note. The cooling on the GF63 is not that great. That we're saying because most of the gaming happens while you are plugged in. On battery, you're not going to get more than 35 to 40 minutes of game time, which is pretty low. In our usage, we tested the battery, and for Windows it comes out to be around 3.5 hours. But for gaming, you don't get more than 40 minutes. So it has to handle heat coming from the charging of the battery and also from the graphics card. So within half an hour, it gets so hot that it will be alarming and you would not like to continue playing the game. So it really defeats the purpose unless you make arrangements for a separate cooling system like a cooling pad or something to play the games on it. Let us know what you think about the MSI GF63 8RD in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel to get latest videos on technology and gadgets like this. Thank you for watching.